I love to eat. Obviously, I love to eat. It's all I do is eat, 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 eat. Cook, eat, cook, eat.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Tara, and on this channel I share delicious, easy, healthy recipes that you can make right in your very own kitchens. If you love food, all things food, cooking, and watching videos about food, this is the channel for you. I would love it if you would subscribe. You do that by hitting the red subscribe button below, and be sure to hit the bell icon, that way you don't miss anything. In today's video, we're gonna be making 3 delicious but healthy snacks. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of it. So first up, we're gonna be making an apple crisp. Recipe number 2 is going to blow your mind. We are gonna be making a lemon chocolate almond bar. This recipe is so incredibly good. I love almost anything chocolate, but the combination with the lemon and the chocolate is so refreshing, so delicious. And the last recipe I'm sharing is an almond breakfast cookie. I make these every Sunday for meal prepping, and I store them in my freezer. They are so good, absolutely delicious, filled with protein. You do not need to buy protein bars. These are so good. I usually eat about 3 of them for breakfast with some of my homemade yogurt. I will leave a link to my homemade yogurt up in the cards above and in the description box below if you want to check that out as well. Okay guys, let's hop right into the video.
So we are going to get started with the apple crisp. So first I'm going to grab 2 apples. I'm using Honeycrisp apples. You can also use Gala apples. You want to use an apple that is not going to become too mushy when baked. So these apples work really well. And now I'm just removing the seeds from the inside of it, and I'm going to dice these up. I don't want them to be too small. So I'm placing them inside of my bowl, and then I'm going to squeeze over 1/2 of a lemon. So this is a mixture of coconut sugar and salt. All of the measurements will be in the description box below, and I'm adding some cornstarch. Cornstarch is going to help this mixture from becoming too wet when it bakes in the oven. And here I'm adding a tablespoon of cinnamon and just giving this a really good mix. This recipe is so simple. So now I'm adding this to an oven-safe glass bowl, and I'm gonna set it aside, and we're gonna work on the topping. So we're gonna take some raw almonds and some raw pecans, and I'm grinding them up in my high-speed blender. And we don't need this to be too fine. Some texture here will actually help the crumble topping to be even more delicious. So we're adding the rolled oats, and I'm just mixing this up. Next, we're going to add some coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is great to use because it's not a refined sugar. And of course, cinnamon. It would not be an apple crisp without cinnamon. So we're giving this a really great mix. And I'm going to add some almond flour here. If you don't have almond flour, you can also just grind up more almonds or just use more oats. And then we're going to add the Himalayan pink salt. And I'm adding 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. It's really important that this is slightly soft, but you don't want it to be too runny. And I decided to add a tablespoon of plant-based milk just to bring it all together. So this is about what you want. You want it to kind of stick together, but not be too wet. That's just about perfect. So now we're gonna just kind of pour this right on top of the apples. There really is no right or wrong way to do this. You just put it right on. I set it on a baking sheet. I baked it. I did cover it with some aluminum foil and stick it back in the oven for just a few more minutes just to get this so caramelized. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Top it with some delicious coconut whipped topping. I will leave a link in the cards above to a video where I show how I make this. Oh my goodness, look at that. That looks so delicious. Next up, we have our lemon chocolate bars. We're going to be adding some almond flour to the mix. I did add a teaspoon of coconut sugar to the almond flour before I filmed this, so that was included in there. And now I'm adding the coconut oil. And we're really looking for this to just start to be able to kind of come together. And now we're going to add the lemon extract. This lemon extract is going to make the cookie part of this delicious bar so incredible. And of course, Himalayan pink salt. So this mixture is really not going to be very wet at all. You can see I'm kind of using my hands and smushing it down, and that is just about perfect. So I'm using this silicone baking cup sheet that I have. If you don't have this, you can really use any kind of mold that you have, either the individual ones, or you can even press this into one big glass container and then cut it into bars after it's cooked. So I'm really pressing this down firmly because I want them to not crumble apart. And I'm gonna bake this in the oven. Look at this, it's perfect. Golden brown, just what we're looking for. Now for the chocolate, I have taken 2 chocolate bars, melted it down in my microwave, and then added 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon extract, just to give it that extra lemon zing. And I sprinkled the top with some kosher salt, and look at these. These are so incredibly delicious, and you can feel really good about eating them. Last up, we're gonna make our gingerbread almond breakfast cookies. So we're gonna start with our almond flour and then add in our rolled oats. I'm using hemp hearts here. Hemp hearts are a complete protein source full of omega-3 fatty acids, as are chia seeds that we're adding now. Next, we're gonna add the coconut sugar and give that a nice mix. If you don't have coconut sugar, you can use any granulated type sugar that you have. And now we're gonna add some cinnamon. Cinnamon is a great spice to use. It's very good for your metabolism. And also, of course, the ground ginger and some salt. I like to add a few cracks of black pepper here. It gives it sounds weird, but trust me guys, you're gonna love it. It adds just a little bit of spiciness to these cookies. They are so incredibly delicious. So now we're gonna crack in 1 egg. I'm using cage-free egg here. I have not tested this with a flax egg, but I imagine it would work really well also. So I'm grabbing some black strap molasses. You wanna make sure you use black strap. It has the most health benefits. And I'm gonna use 2 tablespoons. This is gonna give these cookies that rich gingerbread flavor. And now I'm gonna add just a little bit of maple syrup. And I'm gonna just whisk this up really well. Look at that, oh my goodness. So now I'm kind of making a well in the center of my bowl, and I'm gonna just pour this wet mixture right inside of it. So I started with the whisk. I saw quickly a whisk was not very helpful, so I grabbed the spatula. And I'm just mixing it until everything is kind of incorporated together. Now I'm not showing it here, but I did add the baking powder right at the end and give it just a light mix. So I'm using a cookie scoop to keep these even sized, and I'm just placing them onto my silicone baking mat. You can also use parchment paper if you don't have this. And I'm flattening them down with a fork because they are not really gonna change shape very much when baked. And when your house smells incredibly delicious, you know they're done. And look at these. What amazing texture these cookies have.
I would love to know what you guys would like to see next. So you can either drop me a comment below and let me know, or I am also going to include up in the show cards a poll for 3 ideas, and I'd love for you to cast your vote. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, I will see you next week, and thanks for cooking with me. Bye guys.